Okay, the next item on the agenda is Press Plus Policy Issue 94. This is a second read, and I believe we're going to attempt to approve it. At the last meeting, I know we asked for any questions that you had to move forward. In your packet is the page that indicates what we're attempting to approve, and that's on Board Book page 53, is it? On page 53. Dr. Skinkis, why don't you give us a brief
It's a
rundown again?
very short press packet. We agreed with all of the changes with the exception of the one exhibit, because we do not, on policy 4:130, we do not participate in the free lunch program, the government free lunch program. There was one question submitted on 3:70 that the policy council, the board members that work on my policy council can refer to, but in policy 370 it just says that the superintendent, building principal, or other administrator is temporarily unavailable. The succession of authority and responsibility of the respective office shall follow a succession plan developed by the superintendent. And the policy council agreed and submitted to the Board of Education. Mr. Walsh submitted, why doesn't it need to be approved by the Board of Education? You know, with a school district this small, I mean, there's the superintendent, principal, and then probably we have two assistant principals. That would probably be our only option for a succession plan. It's up to the board if you would like to change it to where the board approves it, or you just want to make sure it's submitted annually.
Well, at this point, I think we could submit it annually, and if the new board wants to...
Yeah, when you submit it, we look at it and decide whether or not it seems appropriate.
If it's appropriate, we move forward. And if the new board wants you to submit it for approval, I mean, that's a majority of 7 for the future.
Right.
Any hesitation on that on this side? No.
Now, I thought Tim raised an issue that he thought that this might be in conflict with something else.
The 3:70?
Yeah.
I'll check his email one more time.
I may be wrong, but that's what I recall.
Kristen, you have that email up? I'm trying to
I
search
can
it.
pull it up, too. That's the only thing that gave me pause.
I found it.
April 22nd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
This change seems to conflict with the BOE's duty and authority. Since the board is responsible for appointing the superintendent, should it be responsible for appointing an individual to fill the position in a temporary absence? So that was all I submitted.
I don't feel strongly about that.
Yeah.
Okay?
There'll be a new board next month. We can take a look at it if
Yeah,
they
if you
so
want to
desire.
change it, go ahead.
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, hereby approves the IASB Press Plus Policy Issue 94 as presented in the April 25th, 2017 Board Agenda Package.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jepson. Thank you, Mr. Cindy. Anything further? We'll go for the vote.
Mr. Richard?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jepson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes. Okay, at this point on the agenda, we'll go with new business. There are no new business items listed on the open agenda, so I will let you know what matters will be discussed in closed session. They will include personnel, student discipline, individual student matters, sale or lease of property, probable or imminent or pending litigation, collective negotiations. So this is a second opportunity for visitor statements, and surveying the audience, I see no one raising their hand that wishes to speak during visitor comments. Discussion items is the next item on the agenda, and none have been requested for tonight. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, enters closed session for the purpose of considering appointment, employment, or dismissal of employees, student discipline, sale or lease of land, pending probable or imminent litigation, and collective negotiations.
I'll
Second.
Go ahead. Mr. Jepson seconds. Thank you, Mr. Cindy. I'll go for the vote.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jepson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Yes. At this point, we'll end our open session of today's meeting, and we'll have the customary